Let's start with the USMCA, that successor agreement to NAFTA. We now have it passed by the House. Give us a sense of what will be different about our trade with Canada, with Mexico, once this goes into effect.
Several things, Dave, will be different. First of all, the farmers will be helped because those two countries, Canada and Mexico, are our number one and number three markets for agricultural exports. And there have been problems with our exports imposed by the countries, particularly Canada has been very restrictive of our wheat and very restrictive of our dairy. So that's one thing. The more important thing in some ways are the new rules of origin, which will guarantee many more automotive jobs coming back to the U.S. that had been sent overseas by the poorly drafted rules of origin in the original NAFTA. We believe there'll be at least 75,000 new jobs created in automotive and a total of at least 175,000 in all sectors of the economy.
So, Mr. Secretary, give us a sense, as best you understand it. Once this goes into effect, the new USMCA, will there be more trade with Canada and Mexico or less? Because we have Senator Pat Toomey, Republican from Pennsylvania, who's come out and said, we think this is actually going to be trade restrictive rather than trade enhancing. What do you think?
I think he's simply wrong. I just don't think he understands the details of the agreement. I think he's simply wrong.
So you expect there to be more trade as a practical matter. Is there a danger, in your view, about postponing the Senate ratification of this agreement? Because as we know, Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, said we're going to wait until after a trial, if and when it happens in the Senate. As time goes on, is there a chance for various people on both sides to sort of find problems with the deal?
Oh, I don't think anybody will find problems. You saw the overwhelming bipartisan support for the deal in the House. I think there were only, 14 people voted against, so it was a landslide. And we knew it would be. The whole issue was getting Speaker Pelosi to be willing to let it come to a vote. The Senate will pass it overwhelmingly, and Senator Toomey is in a very, very small minority.
Did the Democrats improve it? We had Speaker Pelosi say that they made some changes and then actually got better. Do you agree with her?
There were some marginal changes in the enforcement mechanisms for labor and for the environment. But even without those last-minute little changes, this agreement is far better on labor and the environment than anything we've ever had in a trade agreement. Especially, it's much better than anything that was in the old NAFTA.